EJAE, the voice and songwriter behind the K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack, became the most streamed K-pop artist in the US last year, according to industry sources.
애니메이션 영화 K-pop 데몬 헌터스 사운드트랙에서 활약한 가수 겸 작곡가 이재가 지난해 미국에서 가장 많은 스트리밍을 기록한 K-pop 가수로 조사됐습니다. Good news.
Very good news. This is in the US, and this is all to do with these on-demand streams. And according to this data analysis company, Luminate, who handles music and entertainment industry data, it was 2.1 billion on-demand streams of EJ last year. It's astonishing. So it's users selecting and playing particular videos or songs. So this is the two combined, not just audio, not just video, but both. So she was number one. And then we had Huntrix, which is also K-pop Demon Hunters, in at number two.
Okay.
They had 1.8 billion. And then we had Stray Kids with 1.2 billion. And I mean, the Saja Boys were not far behind. They were fifth with 921.1 million streams. The surprising thing is, because they're making their big comeback this year, BTS, I thought they would be number one, but no, they're actually 10th for US online streaming, 892.3 million streams.
Now that might change in the next couple of months because they have a huge world tour coming up.
Sure, that was for 2025, not for 2026. We shall see. I don't know whether EJ can hold on to the crown.
그래요. 자, 음악과 엔터테인먼트 데이터 집계를 하는 매체 루미네이트에 의하면은요. 작년 미국에서 EJAE가 21억 회의 on-demand 스트리밍을 기록하면서 가장 많은 스트리밍을 기록한 K-pop 가수가 됐습니다.
Yeah, well, there is a big advantage for her. Because children love to listen or watch the same thing again and again.
Yeah.
And I think there may have been a lot of parents who have been putting on the EJ playlist.
Maybe, yeah. Well, she had a long period of, a sort of a drought in her career.
Yeah.
So it's good for her personally, individually, I guess. But also
wonderful.
for the industry as well.
Yes.
Let's have a look at being the voice behind something.
If you're the voice behind something, that means you are the person who provides the voice for whatever it is. And we use this term when talking about animations, or talk about radio, talk about narration of documentaries, whatever it is, meaning the voice behind the character or the voice behind the mic.
So the voice behind Woody in Toy Story is?
It's Tom Hanks.
Exactly.
And the voice behind Buzz?
Who is it?
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen. There you go. Good.
If you want to surprise me, Sue, I'll surprise you.
Good. All right. The voice behind 무엇 하면은 무엇 뒤에 있는 목소리의 주인공이 되겠죠. Now, what about most streamed?
Well, this is when we're talking about audio or video online, and it's not downloaded, it's just played live on your player from whatever website that is streaming a video or streaming some audio. So if it's the most streamed, that means the most people have either listened or watched it.
Exactly. 이 스트리밍이라는 게 지금은 많이 익숙해서 큰 설명이 필요 없겠지만 이렇게 온라인상으로 라이브로 방송이 되는 것들 이런 걸 다 스트리밍이라고 하고 라이브가 아니어도 또 스트리밍이라고 하죠.
Yes, it can be anything. What's interesting here is we can look at one big difference in culture and language. In Korea, we use the term OTT a lot, whereas in English, I would say streaming services or streaming sites, yes. So you'll hear this word a lot more because we use it as the moniker for these kind of websites.
So the key is that it's going out through the internet.
Yes.
인터넷을 통해서 방송이 되는 것을 스트리밍이라고 하고요. Our show, for example, is not only streamed, but the main thing really is that it's on air.
Yeah, it's
and
broadcast.
It's broadcast, but it's also streamed as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting is we're going to have to widen this definition now because in 2025, 2026, games are being streamed online. So rather than having the game on your computer, you can now register and subscribe and play the game on your computer using the cloud service.
Oh, my goodness.
So streaming
So
has
confusing.
expanded.
그렇군요. 어렵네요. 자, 그래서 most streamed 그러면 가장 많이 스트리밍이 된 이런 뜻이고 OTT 영어로는 streaming site or streaming service.
You know what was most streamed in Korea in 2025?
What?
The Han River.
Come on, Paul. 자, 다시 한번 헤드라인 읽어보겠습니다. EJAE, the voice and songwriter behind the K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack, became the most streamed K-pop artist in the US last year, according to industry sources. Now let's move on to the next headline.
A recent survey reveals that 7 out of 10 Koreans experience sleep disturbances such as snoring and insomnia, despite widespread awareness of the importance of sleep health.
한국인들 사이에서 수면 건강에 대한 인식은 매우 높음에도 불구하고 10명 중 7명은 코골이나 불면증 같은 수면 장애를 겪고 있다는 설문조사 결과가 나왔습니다.
Wake up, everybody. Friday is World Sleep Day.
Oh, yes, that's right.
And this is why we're focusing on this, because one Korean company has released these findings of this sleep habits and sleep apnea awareness survey. For people, sleep was ranked as the most important health management factor at 36.4%, ahead of diet, that was at 35.7%, and exercise at 27.8%. A lot of people, almost 90%, said it was crucial for both physical and mental health.
Sure.
However, and this is where it's interesting, only 28.8% of the people surveyed said they were satisfied with their sleep.
Exactly.
So we're looking at almost everybody thinks it's important, but only 2/3 of people are not getting enough sleep at all or getting disturbed sleep.
그래요.
So the big issues are insomnia, snoring, and sleep apnea. And the other issue is your cohabitant, your partner. So your husband, your wife, your parents, or your children, depending on the sleeping arrangements. 51% of people surveyed said they slept separately to improve sleep quality.
Yeah, oftentimes that is the best way to go about this situation. 자, 3월 13일이 세계 수면의 날이에요. World Sleep Day. 그래서 이제 다가오는 이 수면의 날을 맞아서 한 회사에서 이제 설문조사를 한 겁니다. 그래서 이 수면에 대한 우리 국민의 인식 조사 결과가 발표됐고 대체적으로 수면이 너무나 중요하다라고 대답을 했습니다. 건강관리 요소, 식단, 운동 이런 것들 중에서도 수면이 제일 중요하다 이렇게 대답을 한 반면 실제로 그러면 잘 자느냐라고 할 때는 30% 정도의 설문조사 응답자가 잘 잔다. 나머지 70%는 잠을 잘 자지 못한다라고 대답을 했습니다. Did you sleep well last night, Paul?
My cat woke me at 3.
잘 못 주무셨군요.
So, yes, I fit into the sleep disturbance pattern here.
All right, so you had a disturbance during the night.
Yes. And a disturbance is when we are disturbed, meaning we are interrupted or we are we are startled in some way or we are affected by something. So it could be a noise, it could be like somebody shaking us, it could be us snoring. That can disturb us. There are all sorts of things.
disturbances 복수 형태로 썼는데요. 방해라는 뜻이 되겠습니다. 여러 가지 방해 요소들이 있을 수 있으니까. So you might say, oh, you know what, last night I couldn't sleep. The loud disturbances kept me up all night.
What disturbances, Sue?
Oh, they were just jumping around, running. I don't know what was going on upstairs.
You need to tell your kids to stay in bed.
자, 다음으로 widespread awareness.
Yes, awareness is people knowing about something, and widespread meaning lots of people know about it. Not just a few, but the majority.
네, 널리 퍼진 인식입니다. Widespread awareness. Many people knowing about something. Let me read the headline again. A recent survey reveals that 7 out of 10 Koreans experience sleep disturbances, such as snoring and insomnia, despite widespread awareness of the importance of sleep health. Here's our final headline.
A tiny possum with one extra long finger on each hand and a ring-tailed glider with a tail that can grasp branches, thought to have disappeared 6,000 years ago, have been found living in remote rainforests in West Papua, Indonesia.
양손 손가락 한 개씩이 유독 긴 피그미 주머니 쥐와 나뭇가지를 잡는 데 특화된 동그란 꼬리를 가진 유대하늘 다람쥐 등 약 6,000년 전에 멸종한 것으로 알려졌던 유대류 두 종이 최근 인도네시아 서파푸아의 열대우림에서 서식하고 있는 게 확인됐습니다. This is amazing.
This is, I mean, 6,000 years they seem to have been missing. We thought...
Well, they were hiding. I don't know. What happened?
They moved, it seems.
Okay.
Yes, but it should be said we have other similar cousins to these possums and these gliders.
They are marsupials.
Exactly. So there are many possums and other gliders in Australia, but these ones in particular seem to have gone extinct. But in fact, they are located on this island of West Papua in Indonesia. What we call them in zoology are Lazarus taxon. And if you know your Bible references, Lazarus was the man who came back from the dead.
Yes.
So it's a way of referring to an animal we thought was completely extinct, but in fact is still surviving on Earth.
그러니까요. 멸종한 줄 알았는데 다시 발견된 아주 예외적인 그런 경우입니다. 근데 한 종도 아니고 두 종이나 이런 유대류 동물이 발견이 됐는데요. 유대류라고 하면은 이제 뭐 캥거루나 코알라, 원바트처럼 주머니가 있는 동물들을 얘기를 하죠. 그래서 영어로는 marsupial이라고 합니다. So they are the pygmy long-fingered possum and the ring-tailed glider. 이렇게 두 종이에요.
네.
자, 표현 볼게요. Thought to have become extinct.
If something is thought to have done something or been something or gone extinct in this case, that is what we believed. But then normally we clarify within this context that it was thought to have more, but in fact it is really more. So it's when maybe we've had a miscommunication or a misunderstanding where we thought one thing, but in fact something else is true.
그러니까 우리가 가지고 있는 정보가 100% 확신은 없지만 그래도 이게 맞는 것 같다라고 할 때 thought to have 과거 분사를 씁니다. 예를 들어서 this old city, this ancient city is thought to have existed 5,000 years ago. We're not 100% sure, but that's what we think.
Yes.
And we could be right, we could also be wrong.
Yes, or we could say the city was thought to have existed 5,000 years ago, but we discovered it was created in the 1930s.
뒤에 but가 붙을 수 있죠. 네, 왜냐하면 이제 100% 확실하지는 않은 걸 가지고 이렇게 여겨진다, 믿어진다라는 얘기니까요. 자, 그다음에 remote.
Not your remote control, but a remote place is somewhere that is very far away from everywhere else, and especially far away from civilization, far away from human beings.
Yeah, we use this term a lot during COVID. So we had remote learning, remote working.
Yes.
그 재택 근무도 이제 working from home뿐만 아니라 remote working이라고도 했지만 집에서 줌으로 공부한 학생들이 정말 많았죠. 그럴 때 remote learning이라는 표현을 썼습니다.
Yeah.
멀리서 한다는
Exactly.
얘기예요. 네.
And for me, for Korea, there's one place I can think of that is absolutely remote. You know where?
Where?
Dokdo.
독도, yes.
It's out in the middle of the sea.
It's a very remote island.
It's very difficult to get to. You can't normally get there from mainland. You have to go to Ulong Island, and then take another boat to get to Dokdo.
Have you been?
Not yet. I want to go. I've been meaning to go. But it's too remote, Sue.
네, 외딴섬, remote island 이렇게 표현을 하기도 합니다. 자, 그 리모컨도 마찬가지예요. 멀리서 우리가 제어를 하는 remote control인데 이게 줄임말이 된 모양이죠. 다시 한번 읽어보겠습니다. A tiny possum with one extra long finger on each hand and a ring-tailed glider with a tail that can grasp branches, thought to have disappeared 6,000 years ago, have been found living in remote rainforests in West Papua, Indonesia.